Okay, so this is for the finding the main ideas activity for the StoryWorks story Out of the Burning Darkness. So you can either complete this in the packet, just make sure it gets back to your teacher, or you can submit it directly in Google Classroom. And of course, once you're in your classroom, you can see it in the stream, but you'd have to hunt for it. Or you can click the classwork tab and click the image, and then it will take you straight to the assignment. Make sure you put your name and your email in here. And whether you're doing it in the packet or whether you're doing it on Google Classroom, this video is designed to walk you through each of the questions because they're exactly the same in both. So what this worksheet is working with, the skill we're working with, is finding main ideas, and they can do either one of two things in the question. They could give you the main idea of a section, and then you would need to find details that support or prove that main idea from the text. Or they could give you the details, and you have to think about what do all these details, when I put them together, what point are they trying to make? What would be the main idea? Okay, so let's go through each question really quickly. Number one. So for number one, they give us the main idea. It says main idea from the opening section. That's the very beginning section. While working in a coal mine in 1909, Albert Buckle experienced a devastating fire. So I need to go to that opening section. I know the main idea, and I need to find details that prove it. Well, the good news is they already give us one. Here's the detail they give us. The coal miners were trapped hundreds of feet underground. Now we just need to find two more from that section that show Albert Buckle experienced a devastating fire while working as a coal mine. All right, number two. This is from the second section, Bright and Brisk. And in this one, they give us the details. We have to see, what do these details have in common? What point are they trying to make when I put them all together? And that's going to be the main idea. And don't forget that when we find the main idea, we should also take a look at that subheading, because the subheading of a section, a good subheading of a section, is going to give you a huge clue as to what the main idea of that section is, because a good subheading is going to describe what that section is all about. All right, so this is from the second section, and the details they give us three, are miners were paid more than other workers. The cherry mine was new, and many thought the cherry mine was the safest mine in America. So when I put all three of those together, what point are they trying to prove? And that would be the main idea. So what do those three have in common? What are they all saying? What would the main idea be? And you can either type it in there, or if you're using the packet, you can write it in this box right here. All right, number three. In this one, they give us the main idea, and we're looking for details that support or prove that main idea. And it's from the section Transforming America. And it says, for the main idea, coal was an important resource that helped change America in the early 1900s. Well, that really fits really well with our subheading, doesn't it? Because our subheading says Transforming America, which means big changes in America. That fits really well. That's a really good subheading then, because our main idea is coal was a resource that helped transform America. All right, so that's our main idea. Now we need details that prove that coal was so important that it was making huge changes in America. And there's a lot of good stuff in this section. I would think that this is one of the the easier questions for this activity because there are several examples we can find where coal is making big changes in America during this time. They do give you one detail, and you need to come up with 2 more. All right, number 4. From the section difficult and dangerous, they do not give us the main idea here, they give us details, and we need to use those details to figure out what the main idea is that those 2 details are supporting. So the main idea's details are: mining coal was hard work that left many miners dirty and sore. The second detail is children as young as 8 years old worked in the mines. Don't forget, when you're looking for a main idea, a good place to start is the subheading for that section. And think about, how could I phrase this so that these 2 details are proving a point? So something they have in common, that would be the main idea. And how close is that to matching the subheading? Okay, number 6. This is from the section, oh wait, I skipped one. Sorry, we're on number 5. So this is from the section lonely and boring. The main idea of this section is many jobs in the coal mine were lonely and boring. So here we go again with a subheading that's perfect for that section because it's called lonely and boring. And the main idea of that section is many jobs in the coal mine were lonely and boring. So that's a really good subheading. So for this one, we are given the main idea. We need to find details that prove that working in these coal mines was lonely and boring. And I think that section is also another one that's pretty simple. There are several examples that show how that job could be lonely and boring. And you need to come up with two details from the text that support that the job was lonely and boring. All right, number 6. From the section scorching heats. All right, this one they give us 4 details, and we're looking for the main idea that those 4 details, when you put them together, what main idea do they support? And here are the details they give us. Albert learned a hay car was on fire. Detail 2. The smoke quickly got thick and air from the air shaft fanned the flames. Detail 3. The fire spread throughout the mine where hundreds of other boys and men were working. Detail 4. The cage operator stopped Albert and others from leaving the mine. When you put all 4 of these details together, what main idea do they support? And you're going to put it on the answer blank. All right, number 7. This is from the section brutal decision. And they give us the main idea for this one, and we need to come up with 2 details that prove and support this main idea. And here it is. The mine company leaders chose to seal off the mine's air shaft even though workers were still trapped inside. So that's their brutal decision, right? So another one that's a pretty, I'm on the wrong page. Another one that's a pretty good subheading because there was a brutal decision made. And that brutal decision was to seal off the mine's air shaft, even though people were still down inside. So they give us 1 detail, which would be sealing off the mine shaft would stop the fire. What are 2 more from that section that show or prove the point that the mine company made this decision to seal off the air shaft, even though people were still down inside? All right, and then the last one. This is from the section New Laws. They give us the details, and we need to come up with the main idea. And so again, the subheading should be a huge clue, and the subheading is New Laws. And let's see what details they give us that we have to put together and come up with the main idea that those details would support. All right, here are the details. People were upset and worked to help those affected by the disaster. Detail 2, the mine company got in trouble for employing underage kids. Detail 3, America passed new safety laws and laws banning child labor. When you put all three of those together, what are they talking about? What point are they trying to make? That is your main idea. All right. So that is it for the main ideas. If you have any trouble, because I would say this is probably one of the more difficult assignments in the packet. If you have any trouble, don't hesitate to reach out to your teachers. We are here for you. Watching Google Classroom, watching our email all day long. And if you need help with this, just let us know.